Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's Trigger John coming at you with a Diablo 4 video. We do have a special guest, Riley, on today's video. We're going to actually talk to her a little bit more about her Diablo experience. She has a little bigger background in Diablo Immortal. She has played D3. Obviously, she's been going hard on D4 and actually was just at Blizzard for the part of the Diablo Immortal announcement and class look ahead, right? So we'll talk about all that in general. And the point of today's video is literally to get her perspective on this because she was a little bit newer to the genre and just some things that are big differences, so to speak, from going from Immortal to Diablo 4 and what's the pros and cons, like which one is she enjoying more, so on and so forth. So stay tuned. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. All right, so let's go ahead and let's hop into it. So Riley, you played a crap ton of Diablo Immortal. You were streaming it nonstop. What was your impression of Diablo Immortal? Kind of set it like a baseline of the ARPG genre with Diablo Immortal. Like, was it something that set a precedent for you before Diablo 4 came out, or no?
I guess it's unfair to say I'm new to the genre.
Okay.
And my favorite Legend of Zelda game is Hyrule Warriors, which is a hack and slash, like from the Dynasty Warriors franchise. So I'm familiar with the idea of killing like 50 things at a time.
Yeah, I would say, if you played Dynasty Warriors, you're very familiar with the hack and slash that is ARPG games.
Yeah, no, it's just, I played them, I just didn't know what they were.
Right, you didn't quite know what you were doing at the time.
I don't socialize about the games I play.
Yeah.
Or like, I don't know, within the past like 2 years, I've actually like bothered to meet other people that play games. It was just something I kind of did for me. I don't know.
Nice. All right, so really, then Diablo Immortal didn't really set like a precedent for you on what to expect. So
no, not even in the spending money aspect either.
No, say I'm sure were you already well versed in that?
It's actually not. It's not the most money I've spent on a game.
I can also relate to that very, very much, unfortunately.
I don't even think most in a day.
So when you were playing Diablo Immortal then, obviously you were having fun, you were enjoying it. It was on mobile, which so you could play on your phone, you could play however you kind of wanted, right? Switching from that,
because I didn't have a PC controller, but I had a phone controller.
Ah, okay, gotcha. Yeah, so you were always playing on the phone.
And like screencast and just learned how to look up while pushing buttons down. It's hard, but it's possible.
Hey, I mean, obviously you're able to pull it off. So,
sorry. Well, a lot of people thought I was playing on a Switch. That was like my most.
Oh, really?
That was my FAQ. Yeah, I thought about making a command like, no, I'm not fucking playing on a Switch.
That's funny. Actually, can't even play it on a Switch, right? Or no,
exactly my
point. You couldn't even play it. Yeah, it would have had to be
so many problems because then people would be like,
yeah.
How are you doing that? I'm like, I'm not.
All right, so what would you say is probably one of the key differences going from Diablo Immortal to Diablo 4 that you've enjoyed so far?
Sorry, I'm weighing the pros and cons. Well, I guess I'll do that at will. All right, L on Missing Crusader. I have 1,000 hours just logged in Crusader. I've never class changed in Diablo Immortal. I'm a really stubborn human being.
Okay.
Do you like Druid though? I like the werewolf lore. Okay. I've never been able to play as a werewolf in a game that I can think of, right? At least not a game that was good.
Yeah, I would say not one that was like phenomenal, right? Like or notable.
Or like the ones that you could play as a werewolf in were verbal RPGs, and that's so different.
True. Fair.
Like I'm not getting to see myself.
I mean, that's fair. If you played ESO, you could play as a werewolf, but Elder Scrolls Online.
People asked me to play that, and I just stubbornly didn't.
Yep, you could have been a werewolf the entire time.
I was also like peak Diablo Immortal. Like I was in it. I dedicated so much. I was not doing anything else.
So you never really clarified what is the. I guess give me one good positive on the Immortal versus the Diablo 4, and then give me another one. Let's hear some insight information.
I like the gyms more in Immortal. I know they're paid.
Okay, so you
like them more.
Yeah, Now, did you like them because of they were more useful, like more impactful because of what they gave you
like
versus
having
the
them
current
actually
gyms?
mattered, whereas like I can socket something, I can unsocket it. It doesn't really change anything unless I do that to everything at
Yeah,
once.
yeah, unless you do that on every single thing. But yeah,
That's a
okay.
super minor difference. I guess the communal aspects are better. I don't even like Immortal PvP, but the PvP was better.
Okay. I mean, and that's honestly, that's kind of fair.
I wanted
Especially,
arena. I wanted arena
okay.
style PvP. That's what I like. I don't know. I like just killing each other as many times as possible within a certain amount of time. Whoever ends up with the most kills wins.
Yeah,
Maybe we
like
do it on teams. Maybe we do it solo. Who knows? Maybe
yeah,
free
like
for all.
a death match of some sort, so that way you can just, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that to me
What I
is more
crave.
PvP oriented than the current system, which up until recently you didn't have to flag for PvP. You just were automatically flagged. You couldn't unflag. That was a fun glitch that we had for a little while.
That's nice. I stopped going once I was like 5 levels behind.
just throwing it out there. Wasn't that much fun?
I was walked up on.
Just hanging out, mind your own business, and then the glitch hit you.
Confession,
Next thing you know,
I was so mad that I cried, so I went to the bathroom for 5 seconds and like just anger cried.
oh my lord.
Don't tell stream.
all right. Keep it between us. Don't worry. And everyone else watching the YouTube video. Anyways.
It does have a few issues. I don't know
Okay.
if they fixed them yet, but I guess long story short on them. You get the notification about someone purifying the currency while you're in town. And if you just mount up and go to, you can reach any of the purification spots from in town immediately upon receiving that notification if you're on a mount. That's a problem. Like, you could just sit in town as like a level 100 in World Tier 3. I don't want to give anyone any ideas.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying, and that's kind of okay. So I guess what would be your potential fix that you would think?
Just don't notify people that are only in town. That's like actually the
okay.
easiest
So like
probably.
yeah. So notification.
Like the ability to reach them on a mount makes sense if you're like out farming.
Right.
But
if not,
like you can
then
check every single one. It's just you could check one before the time is up.
That's fair. Okay. All right. That's fair.
But
so,
I like so Diablo Immortal did a lot of things right. World boss is great. Love it. A lot of the like community stuff. Love that too.
Okay.
And Diablo 4 did. Since I played D3, like I played the campaign through on Crusader, and then I also did the campaign through on Crusader on Hardcore just to see if I could. I also played as a barbarian as like semi-training for the beta where you could only be barbarian, rogue, or sorcerer.
Okay. Yep.
I'm not ranged. I'm not a ranged player. I figured I should settle at least no.
Nuh-uh.
I like
no
hit
range.
with sword. Maybe sword do projectile stuff, but I still know what direction it's going in.
all right. Fair enough.
But Diablo 3 is kind of, I guess my one social interaction with it was getting carried through an Elder Rift and gaining like 150 levels.
Yeah, I mean that was pretty common. I actually absolutely hated degrading. That. Yeah, I hated that. Like, I don't like games that, like, don't get me wrong, I understand power leveling.
No, I didn't like it either. I didn't know what was gonna happen. Someone was just like, "Hey, let's do this," and I was like, "All right, fuck yeah." And the worst part is, now I feel like I have so much. I actually never went back and played because I didn't know what the fuck to do next. Because that was all that happened.
Yeah,
like,
because
I'm
you got power leveled, and at that point, you're over leveled. So then you're struggling going back to get gear and get everything else that you didn't get, because in Diablo 3, if you don't have the right set items, you're not progressing at all, right? Like, it's set items are bust.
See, didn't know that.
Yeah.
I just knew about set items in Diablo Immortal, which is probably more annoying, actually.
I
think the gear system in Diablo Immortal might be better.
The gear system is definitely better in Diablo Immortal than it is D3, only with the aspect of in D3, if you don't have the right sets, you're never going to, your build's just going to fall flat on its face. It doesn't matter if your skills are good, it doesn't matter if Paragon's good. If you don't have the sets in D3, your builds are broken, whereas in Immortal, you don't have to, right? Like, it doesn't matter if you got Shao Boss or whatever set on there, it's not going to inflict.
Something, it still does something.
Exactly. It's going to do
literally
something.
The combat rating is better.
Yep. So definitely did something else. But then you get into Diablo 4, right? Which is a totally different gearing system than both of those. So how would you rate it right now? Like, are you enjoying it, especially coming from these other aspects, or is it different? Is it harder? Let me know. Like, how do you feel about it right now?
It's easier than D3. I think I liked the ability in Immortal to extract for legendaries. The armory is a W. Bring that to D4. Somehow. Be difficult with Paragon boards.
Okay.
Yeah. They did kind of like address that in the developer update. They, for every like season completion, you get a scroll that lets you reset everything for free.
Yeah, I saw that. I actually thought that was pretty cool because I haven't had to respec
Just
too
one.
often. Yeah, it's just one. Yep.
For 3 months.
I mean, honestly, that's good. I mean, so coming from my background, like I played a lot of Path of Exile. I don't know if you ever played that or not. But in Path,
I like thought about it. I learned about it, and then I was like,
Path is nuts.
Playing WoW in the year 2023 for the first time.
Yeah, kind of, and expecting to know everything in game day one. Yes, that's Path of Exile.
I wanted to be a dragon where you skip the level.
Right. So coming from that aspect, for me, like in Path, you aren't fixing your build. If you pick a bunch of wrong skill points, you're not unfucking that build.
It's like in December.
Yeah, like the cost is so outrageous that you're not refunding. You're not doing
Diablo 4.
Yeah, I mean it's high, but it's not that bad. Yeah.
So I haven't had to really re-roll gear in like 20 levels. I have really good stuff.
Yeah.
Like for what level I was when I got it. And I haven't got anything better. I've got the same drop for when it's uniques.
Right. Yep.
Still rocking the level 68 hunters in it. Diablo 4, please give me a better hunters in it. It's kind of nice for me. But I have 30. The other day I had 48 million gold.
Oh wow. Okay. I've never been that gold rich.
No, I didn't notice that it was happening.
Okay, gotcha.
I just didn't spend it. I had nothing to spend it on. I hadn't spent gold in like 15 levels. I just loaned it to people that asked me for it that I was in a party with. Someone was like, hey, I need to like 5 million gold to reroll this thing. And I was like, well, do you want it? I can help you.
That's funny.
Like literally, I have nothing to do with it. Can I buy more stash? I would spend 50 million gold on a stash tab.
It's some outlandish number. Actually, it doesn't even matter.
For sure. No. Yeah. Really, I would. I think I would.
That's funny. I mean, don't get me wrong. Stash tabs are definitely a problem in Diablo 4. That's definitely a problem. It's a lot different than Immortal, right? Where stash tabs wasn't really a thing to really worry about, right?
I still managed to get it full.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, Riley still managed to figure that one out.
When they introduced the curse stuff,
yeah.
That was when it like genuinely happened. Everything else I mostly acknowledged as trash. That's kind of why I left it. I just didn't have to move anything because I wasn't gonna put anything in there.
Gotcha. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, I don't ever have gold. I have a gold problem. It's called I don't have enough of it. So
I'll invest.
You'll invest?
No, I'll give you 4.2 million gold. Literally for no reason. I think it'll be funny.
Just for the memes.
I'll send you the trade request.
There you go. You heard it here first. We're gonna be 420 rich. I mean, what? No.
This is not an open call. I only have so much gold. I still need some of it.
So tell me, overall, how does it feel playing Diablo 4 after playing Diablo Immortal for so long? Because you kind of haven't had time to play Immortal again, right? Because you've been focusing a lot on Diablo 4 right now.
Yeah, the only Immortal playing I did was the playtest. I felt bad going because I was so uneducated on the current state of Immortal. They did actually a major update during the release of Diablo 4, like 2 weeks after, and I was like, apparently, like, they just raised the Paragon points the Paragon level by 40. just to have one overnight one night. And
okay,
you can have 2 new gyms. You can have 2 more gyms slotted. Resonance is now way different. Like, I need to learn so much because, like, I might actually class change.
Change it up from the. Wow. Okay. All right.
I love Crusader.
Gonna give another life a little.
I spent too much money on those gyms to make a new character.
Yeah, no, I would definitely not be making no new characters in Diablo Immortal. So then, how? I don't know. So obviously, talking about this. Yeah, you're fine. So obviously, when I asked the question, right, you can definitely see you're still fond. Like you want to go back and play Diablo Immortal, catch up. Like obviously, you sound right. So how do you feel bad that you missed out on all that because you're playing D4? Like, or was D4 great to where it's like, oh yeah, it's whatever, I'm missing this stuff in Immortal? Or is it kind of like now that season 1 is about to start, like, okay, yeah, now we can go back to Immortal a little bit. We can backtrack a little bit. I'm satisfied, so to speak, with Diablo 4 at this point. How do you feel about it? Like, what would be your take on it?
I think my answer would have been different if I started a new job right when Diablo 4 released.
Okay.
So like half of my gaming time is gone in a day.
That's a major time suck.
I would have been able to do both because I'm active. I don't feel bad because I'm not even done with my character in Diablo 4. Like I'm not even level 100 softcore.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I'm not either. But I also had a terrible Diablo 4 start, so I had all the issues.
Because of the game or because of like life?
Oh, it was life. My PC went out 3 weeks before launch started. Micro Center had it for over a month before I got a new PC. I just fell so far behind in the algorithm that it wasn't even funny. And then I got married and then had a vacation and everything else. So yeah, it was just like everything kind of compounded to where I couldn't get anything done or going. So.
Later, please.
But yeah, so it was a pretty bad start for me. So I'm still playing catch up. Like I think I got a level 75 character, and that's as far as I've been able to make it so far.
I'm actually really afraid of reaching level 100. What if I just never play the game again after that?
No, because once you reach level 100, that's when you can actually play the game more. Because now you have all the Paragon points. Yeah.
No
because
dopamine,
now you get to play all your builds. Now you get to go, what dumb builds can I do? Because I'm a high enough level.
I'm already doing my dumb build, bro.
Oh, okay, well.
What do you that's what I mean. Like I'm actually exploring actively what I would like to explore, and that's the problem. When I reach level 100, I'll be done.
Oh, okay.
Like I don't I know how most of the other druid builds go because they're better than mine. There's more YouTube videos on them, and I listen to them while I'm at work. Mine is like the only one I haven't seen in a video. So like I know how the other ones go so extensively that I don't think it would be fun to play.
So you think
for me.
Yeah, for you anyways. That's fair. I suppose that's fair. I guess I'm I don't know, a little different. Like I'm excited to get to 100 because for me, then I can actually push more of the envelope for gear damage and my build type damage. But that's more like I'm a numbers guy. Like I'm an engineer, so I love to play with like Excel spreadsheets to figure out what numbers give me the most, like to figure out the damage dealing versus overall enjoyment, yada yada. So for me, I'm looking more forward to level 100 because it's more for that I can do and enjoy. But yeah, like from what you're saying, like if you're searching for that dopamine, you're not going to ding anymore. Like there's no more dinging, right? Like it's not like, oh, hey, I leveled up, cool, pumped up. Like, no. Like I'm just killing stuff. I don't get anything from this other than, oh, here's some gear or here's some gems that I don't need, right? So that's very fair.
I might toy with the Paragon board more.
What's that?
Like that would be like, I would toy with the Paragon board more, but that's like immediately upon reaching level 100.
That's fair, yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I guess you can always like glyphs you won't have fully maxed at level 100 yet, but you'll have a good majority of them leveled up, right? So it's not, you don't even have that little like dopamine surge for getting your glyphs leveled up. All right. Well, I mean, I think we pretty much we covered a lot about Diablo Immortal, Diablo 4.
Did we really
Anything?
cover anything?
I mean, we did. We covered some things. Some things. But is there anything that you would give like advice to for new players to say, like, if someone hasn't played Immortal but they've played D4, or if someone's played Immortal but hasn't played D4 yet, is there any piece of advice that you would give them, because these games are kind of drastically different in the scheme of things, like as far as like
I'm the
mechanic
only
wise?
person who doesn't agree with that.
Okay. I mean, you go from pay to win, gems to modify things, to like
I'm not even talking
aspects
about that. Like,
modify
if you remove
things.
pay to win entirely, there's not really a difference.
No, your gem system's completely different with your gearing legendaries, right? Like your legendaries.
Yeah, but they're adding legendary gems, so.
That's fair. Okay, that's fair. I mean, they are with malignants, right? So
yeah.
That will be the season 1 mechanic. That'll be around for the first season. Then the second season, we'll see what they do.
Well enough, they'll just like work it in. You know this.
I doubt it. That's typically not how they do seasons. Usually they'll leave it and then they'll circle back to it if they did as well.
I don't know. A lot of stuff they tested with Diablo Immortal made it into Diablo 4. Like, that was actually like a hit outside the pay to win. Like world bosses.
Well, yeah, fair, but that's different than like your standard like mechanic, right? Like season mechanics, right? Immortal doesn't have season mechanics.
Like Codex of Power.
Yeah, like that's a standard like
if you paid for the battle pass in Diablo Immortal, I think you got a cosmetic.
Yeah, you got a cosmetic, yeah. That's true. You did.
The seasons in Diablo Immortal didn't really like change any builds. That was the only real difference. That was kind of a relief, honestly, considering that there was a pay-to-win component. If they'd done that, I just mean for like the people that paid enough money to keep the game alive would have been fucking pissed.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see what you mean by that. Like, they would definitely be very angry if they turn around like, okay, hey, yeah, you paid all this money and then now you can't, like, your character resets and you lose all that, right? Yeah.
Or me, who spent a medium amount of money and used gems that might work with build changes to upgrade other gems. Like, I think I'd actually be angrier than like the true whales. The true whales would be like, no problem, get this.
I mean, that's true. But then again, like the way Diablo Immortal was structured, it didn't lend itself to seasons, whereas the way D4 is structured, right, it's more like 100% season.
I only cared about the seasons for PvP, honestly. And
that's
like
fair.
Silly things like getting more what was it? What's the currency? The hilts. Hilts to Path of Blood.
Yep.
That reset during seasons. That was good. Didn't really matter though. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess I like seasons personally because I don't ever like every game I play it, and I'm gonna play it for like I'm gonna go hard on it for a while, and then I'm gonna get bored and I'm gonna go, ooh, shiny. What's this? What do I got over here? Right.
Dude.
And then a new season starts.
New games come out like every 3 months.
What's that? Yeah, it's like a brand new game every 3 months. That's like awesome.
But other good games also come out too.
Yeah, you get to play them because every 3 months your character resets, and talking from experience, right? Like,
you know how long it's taken me to not reach level 100?
I mean, true, but realistically, your average casual player is only going to ever have one level 100 character if they ever hit it. Like, for example, Path of Exile, you'd be lucky to get 100 in an entire season, even if you grinded hard. Most people never hit that mark. But every season you come back and you play and you go hard for about 6 weeks. After 6 weeks everything kind of dies down. You go play something else. You go play another game, another season, right? And then
I'm an unhealthy grinder. I feel like I just need a very long hibernation. After 2 weeks.
See, yeah, like, so I'm of the type where I'm like, seasons, oh yeah, give me seasons, because now I can go hard, I can hyperfixate, really go after it, finish my objectives, and say, okay, I'll come back next season. What else do I got to play? Okay, yeah, I can go play another ARPG game. I can play whatever the new hotness is that just came out in the meantime, right? And then every now and then go, hey, I'm ready for that tried and true, and then load it back up while I wait for the next season. So for me, that's like perfect. But for other people, right? I can see the take on it where it's just not as enjoyable.
Like if I'm gonna play a game all the time, I'm not gonna look at other games. I'm not even gonna know they exist. I actually like
Just
live under a rock when it comes to game. Well, when it comes to gaming news, if it didn't just come out, I probably won't ever find out.
Okay.
Or like unless I was eagerly anticipating it, and even then, someone happened to tell me. I didn't see it through like a news feed or anything. Someone told me, I googled it, and it was true.
Ah, okay, gotcha. So you like, really like you fixate then, like your game that you're playing, you're hyper focused. That's where, like, when it comes to the gaming space, that's your scene.
Just any space.
Just any space. That's where it goes. That's where it goes. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what space it is. It's just going right to the game. All right. Yeah. Fair enough. All right. So to wrap it up here, you got anything that you want to tell the viewers? Anything that you need to inform them about, or you want them to know before we wrap up this video?
I want you to know that my cat is actually in frame, and Trigger Happy John decided to crop him out.
Oh my god. All right. Hold on. Let's show Naru. For those who are wanting. Right there. Naru.
Oh.
See him? There he is.
Baby. Oh, we got the leg.
The pride and joy.
He's very cute. He's very lovable, and he has his own outfits at King Naru TV on Instagram.
And he has his own Instagram account, so definitely give that a
follow. I mean, his reels are awesome, actually, because you can hear the purr. If you have to turn the volume up all the way sometimes, but you can hear him purr. So it's wonderful. Okay. But yeah, also Hail Mother. And get at least one character, all fog, all altars. That's a PSA that everyone should know.
I will also second that note, because do it before the next season so you're not wasting your time.
Well, and in terms of how much is cleared, how much renown you have on seasonal characters, you're gonna pretty much have to log in on your most progressed character and start the season.
Very true, too. Yes, you definitely want to make sure that you log into your characters before the new season starts. After the first season, you won't have to worry about that ever again. It's just a transition from the preseason to the 18th. So on the 18th, log into your accounts, log into all of your accounts on the 18th, not just the one. And that way, all of your altars, all of your side quests, all that back data, so to speak, will be relevant on the first when the season starts. So you get to keep your altars, keep your fog cleared. So. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on the channel and doing a collab with me. I appreciate it. It's always fun to talk and hang out. Dude, obviously,
love you, dude. For real. Anytime.
Hey, I appreciate it.
We can even try to give real advice.
All right. So for future video, got this.
All right. See you later.
All right, thank you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this, and if you did, make sure to like and subscribe. Definitely go make sure to check out Riley on your way out. Links will be down below for all of her socials.
Oh,
we'll put a link there, here, there, everywhere. It's just wherever. They'll be down there. Click them. Go hit the subscribe button. It helps her out. Also, make sure to go hit that follow button on Twitch. She's live all the time. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button for myself as well. Once again, cost you nothing. So that's gonna do it for this video.
Love him. Love him more.
All right, and we will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.